A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts weren't, and I'm just like, whoa, they're up 20, bro. What are you on about? So I call him. He goes, I'm telling you, there's something going on between them. And ever since then he told me that, I've looked at the body language between these two. Jalen Hurts does not look like the same quarterback. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I'm just saying he doesn't seem dialed in. And A.J. Brown seems like he couldn't give fuck all about the game when they play. It just seems like they're just off. And ever since he told me that, and now it's starting to feel like, and they're not denying it down there, right? I live in this area. They're not denying it down there. Look at the things they're doing in practice. That's grade school shit, right? I mean, what should we be doing that in the NFL?
I give Sirianni a lot of credit for that right there. That is a ball security drill I used to do every day with my QB.
But in high school, you do it, not in fucking NFL.
I mean, that's why I give him credit because, hey, dog, you got to break the motherfucking you got to break the whip on people sometimes before. Yeah. Remember, this kid's a young kid relatively in the NFL. Like, do we want him to get better or do we want him to stay Lamar Jackson and never get better? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of where I'm at with it.
But Lamar Jackson, why do you keep saying that? He's having an NFL. I told you before.
Top 2 team in the league.
Yeah. Why do you keep saying that? And you know what's funny? He said that. He said that once. I think he said this stupid shit one time. He's breaking down film. And what did Lamar do? Comes out and shits on the Lions. And what does JB say? Oh, yeah, the Lions weren't that good anyway. You know, it's like you can't. You're wrong on Lamar Jackson.
Say it, Jeff. Say that shit, Jeff.
And I'm not a big fan of him, but he's having a great season. And I know you threw it in my face last week.
Look at these pussies in the chat. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can say whatever the fuck I want to say, bitch boy. Fuck you, get out of here with my bullshit. I say what the fuck I want. Crack the whip, motherfucker. Go ahead and twist it however you want.
But Mahomes last week.
D. Jones, who's black, knows. He knows the fucking deal. He knows the deal. Shit. Break the whip. Motherfucker. D. Jones knows the deal. Exactly. You motherfuckers take anything and turn it into anything.
It's always racist.
Gabagool, motherfucker.
Yeah. It's always racist.
The show is already racist.
It's always racist or misogynistic or sexist or.
We're the number one show, racist show on America.
Debbie, I think we should change the name of our show to like white and black sports talk or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like something that's gonna be like just catch your eyes. Like
if we get big, we're gonna do like a Cameron and Mace did. We're gonna call it like it's not so black and white. That'd be hard.
Hold on, write that shit down right now.
It's nuts.
We need to like what's that, trademark that shit for somebody to take.
And I'll be like
you're mixed. You're the mixture of it.
Yeah. I kind of even it out.
Yeah.
It is racist, RACC. Well, I'm just saying right now, I truly believe there are issues there, and it starts because wide receivers who are prima donnas by nature, period. They're the most shitbird position there is, period. It's fact. After yesterday's show, I got tons of NFL buddies of mine texting me like, that's fact. But here's the issue. Their asses will not give any grace or mercy to a quarterback who is basically in his 4th year, who is still getting better, playing the hardest position of all sports, and they want the ball now. Give me the ball. Wideouts are so bitch made that they have no patience for the evolution of the game for the quarterback to get better like Jalen Hurts has. Even though this year he's bad, his mechanics have always gotten better since his rookie year, which I've praised. I just have never been a huge fan. I just don't think he's the guy to get you over the hump. But he got you there, and he had 300 yards, and he did all these things. It is what it is. He has a very talented roster. The same thing we can say about Brock Purdy. Cam Newton is alluded to, obviously, in his viral take. But wideouts are going to bitch, dog, always. And I can't stand the motherfuckers. That's why, Jeff, I recruited 1,000 of them because I was going to cut them every day. I was going to cut someone every day. So I had 1,000 receivers. And I just wish they had Smitty's mindset, the D-line mindset of fucking.
But they're not all like that. Not all receivers are like that. I think there's, these big NFL receivers are like that. The A.J. Browns, Terrell Owens used to be like that. The best ones are always going to be, the most volatile with, I want the ball now. And that's not Jalen Hurts' personality. I think the issue also is That's not the rest of the team's personality. Devontae Smith doesn't say nothing. Dallas Goedert doesn't say nothing. They also don't have a very good third wide receiver. So I think you put a lot of emphasis on having to get him the football. And if you don't get him the football, this is what you have to trade, though. You want him.
Here's why I give Sirianni credit, though. You are basically showing that the highest paid guy, which is going to be Jalen Hurts, you can coach him. And if people nowadays in this soft society thinks that Sirianni's probably degrading him, belittling him, that's probably going to be the narrative on social media, right? And then it'll become a white and a black thing. And then everyone's going to get involved. It's going to be a fucking shit show. Just watch. So this video right here goes viral today. But at the same time, I give credit to Sirianni for saying, hey, dog, you're going to have to eat this. And it probably was a conversation prior to practice. That's what I would have done. Hey, dog, we're going to fucking do some shit you probably ain't going to want to do. And you ain't going to be happy about doing it. But we got to do it because if you do it, Jalen, then the rest of these motherfuckers will buy in and say, fuck, Jalen's on the ground doing it. Then my motherfucking ass that makes $600,000 a year can do it. And that's why I like it.
But they've had this problem twice in my lifetime. They brought Terrell Owens in. It was a charade around him. But you traded it because he got you to a Super Bowl.
He did. With
him, A.J. Brown, they're going to deal with it because but this is why it's very difficult to deal with this. Notice how he is. When they're winning and he's getting the football, he's all about everything. I'm this, I'm that. Now, look, they're not playing well. They're a fraud. Let's just be honest. The Eagles are a fucking fraud. They are. That's the truth.
Over 2 bad games? Damn, that quick?
They are. Let me ask you a question. Be honest.
Please.
At what point this year have you been impressed by them at all?
Seriously.
They
should have lost to New England.
They were down in every game.
Yeah, they should have lost to New England. Arizona.
But that's really
Jets beat him with no QB.
But that's how you define a winner, though. Like, we can say that, right? You're right. Every game's been like, damn, it's not the Eagles of last year. There's no dominant performance. There's no dominant wins. But at the end of the day, they've been finding ways to win week in and week out.
Yeah,
and to me, that's the will of a winner. It's the will of a champion when you find a way.
But look at what happened. They step up and play the 2 teams that are better than them in the conference, and they didn't just lose. They got fucking caved the fuck in.
But they also beat the Cowboys the first time. So like we're so like, what have you done for me lately? Like the Cowboys won 1, the Eagles won 1. Now the Niners are a whole nother conference.
Let me ask you something.
The best team in the fucking league right now.
You know damn well though that when the rubber meets the road.
Yep.
Let's say they play this coming week or the week after. Could you actually agree that the Eagles wouldn't be a favorite? I know that.
I don't trust them right now. I am with you, bro. Like I need to see, like they need to
this
fix some
defense
shit.
is bad. They're bad. And the problem they have is while the defensive line's solid, the edge rushers are not getting to the quarterback like they were last year. There's no 70 sacks on this team. They don't invest in linebackers. The linebackers are a fucking joke. You're bringing in guys off the street that are 3 or 4 years past their prime. The secondary's old. I mean, the defense is bad. It's just bad. And offensively, teams are figuring them out. The play calling's been horrible. Yeah, I mean, the red zone, it's just and it doesn't surprise me that this is where it's catching up from. They're just struggling. And the defense ain't going to just flip. This defense is weak.
Yeah, I feel you, man. We'll see. I still got them going to the Super Bowl, winning the Super Bowl against the Ravens. So I'm not going to change my Super Bowl pick.
There's
they're struggling.
Fucking way they go to San Francisco and beat the 49ers. No way. No way.
It doesn't look that way right now, but I got to stick with my team. I can't flip flop, you know what I'm saying, and switch over. I'm going to say
and JB will tell you, JB, who's been more dialed into the NFL than me this year?
Nobody. When we do Sundays, you do it.
But here's what I'll tell you. This week, the Eagles are going to fucking pummel the Seahawks because that's how the NFL works.
Yeah.
They've looked terrible the last 2 weeks, right? Seahawks, I think, are just a bad team. I think we have to recognize that. Seahawks just aren't a good team. They're not.
Speaking of that, some people beg to differ.
Okay.
He had a good lift this morning, so we'll see how each day goes.
Geno Smith is back. Jeff, he's back. I know you're not impressed with Geno. I haven't been impressed.
Sounds like we're rushing him back because we're desperate.
Yeah, I don't know. Here's a take. Interesting that you said that. the Seahawks are in desperate need of a win because the Rams, who I think got fucked last week against the Ravens, who I picked to beat the Ravens, I think the Rams are playing as well as anybody in football right now. And I don't think anybody wants to play the fucking Rams right now. And either did the Ravens, and they got a block in the back that saved their motherfucking ass last week. But I'll say the Rams are now tied with the Seahawks in that last spot in the NFC. And if the Rams get in, they are a danger player in this mix. I'm just telling you.
But here's why you cannot believe Pete Carroll. 2 days ago, he was praising Drew Lock and saying, Drew Lock's our starter against Philadelphia. Now, 24 hours ago, now it's back to Geno. Listen, here's why you can't bet on Seattle, okay? They're an average team in a poor conference. Just because they need to win doesn't mean they're going to. And they've defined it year after year that, at least the last year or two, they cannot be trusted. They have. When was the last time they've won? I mean, it seems like weeks since they've won.
Yeah, I know. It has been weeks. They've on a losing streak, and they just, the running game was crippled. He got hurt. They lost the quarterback. The wideouts haven't been stepping up like I think they should. They got Williams from Giants, Leonard Williams is that his name? I thought they'd be much better up front. In turn, the Giants have become a top 3 defense over the last 3 weeks, and the Seahawks have become a shit defense. So I'm trying to figure out, was Leonard Williams a problem? I'm like, Shit, what's going on here? But we're going to see. Seahawks are backs against the wall. Are backs against the wall.
I'll tell you this. If the Eagles go into Seattle and lose, this city will go fucking crazy. Because the thought is, you can't lay on your back for 2 weeks, have the practices. I mean, they're delving into like high school tendencies, like things we're doing to improve as high schoolers would do. If you can't respond this week, I mean, I'd have to feel like if you have the Eagles in the Super Bowl, you'd have to be really questioning what you're doing. This is a spot where you have to respond if you're the Eagles.